Confidence is a must in the NFL, but some players take self-promotion to another level. These guys made sure we never forgot who they were, from press conference podiums to social media rants to third-person name drops. Whether they were hyping themselves up after a big win or reminding us of their greatness following a loss, these NFL stars made themselves the main character. Love it or hate it, you can't say they didn't believe their hype. Baker has never shied away from a microphone, especially when it's time to prove doubters wrong. From college to the pros, his self-belief has always come with a side of attitude. OBJ made headlines just as often for what he said and did on the field. When the lights were on, he made sure we all knew who the show was about. Cam's pressers were must-watch TV, not just for the fashion but for the confidence. He never missed a chance to remind people he was built differently. Dez wasn't just throwing up the X on the field, but also throwing out sound bites off it. He was never shy about declaring himself elite. Whether calling out corners or changing his name to Ocho Cinco, Chad lived for the spotlight. His self-promotion was an art form. Sherman brought the heat on the field and in interviews. His post-game rants were legendary for a reason. He always backed himself loudly. Even during his holdout, Bell made sure we remembered his value. He always had something to say about being underappreciated. At his peak, AB was unstoppable, and he'd be the first to tell you. The only thing more consistent than his stats was his headlines. If there were a Hall of Fame for self-promotion, T.O. would be a first-ballot inductee. He was his hype machine, from sit-ups in the driveway to endless catchphrases. Johnny Football treated pressers like podcast appearances. Even when the results weren't there, the confidence never dipped. Diggs has always had star energy and talks like he knows it. He's not afraid to let it fly on social media or in interviews. Long before social media, Broadway Joe was doing the most. The man guaranteed a Super Bowl win, then ensured you never forgot it. Keyshawn titled his book, "Just Give Me the Damn Ball." That tells you everything you need to know. Mika's play speaks for itself, but that doesn't stop him from speaking for himself. He's not afraid to tell the world how great he is, while tweeting midweek about it. Sharp was a dominant tight end and an even louder voice. He loved to talk trash, gas himself up, and then do it all again on camera. Favre never missed a chance to make his return, or his feelings, about football public. For years, every offseason was the Brett Favre show. Jay had a permanent, "I don't care" face but loved explaining his misunderstanding. Somehow, he made apathy into a brand. Primetime didn't just play the game, he performed it. He talked about himself in the third person and still made it cool. Gronk leaned into his larger-than-life personality every chance he got. He never missed an opportunity to remind everyone he was dominant and fun. Yes, even the GOAT. Brady's humble beginnings were always part of the mythos, and he reminded us just how far he'd come. Russell's relentless positivity often came with a heavy dose of self-branding. Whether it was Mr. Unlimited or his endless interviews, Russ made himself the story. Rodgers might be soft-spoken, but he's rarely quiet when discussing, well, Rodgers. From "I Still Own You" to deep dives on podcasts, he's always ready with a monologue.